Most businesses are trying to implement AI and failing to get a return on investment. Why is that? Why are businesses so desperate to throw money at AI initiatives, but so few actually get the rewards that have been promised? This hype around AI disrupting everything and changing everything in the way that we do doesn't seem to be delivering in actual reality for businesses. And I think that is because most businesses have the completely wrong mindset around AI. They are applying AI in a selfish way. They're looking at what costs they can save. They're looking at what they can outsource to AI. They're looking at how they can massively up the noise coming out of their business in terms of social media content and nurture sequences, emails, etc., that come out of their business that aren't valuable to the customer. I work with loads of coaches and consultants here at Minimal Viable Launch, and their primary mindset when they come to me with their first AI ideas, which we have to switch on its head if they're going to be successful, is they're trying to build barriers between them and their customers with AI. Just look at Klarna. We fire our support staff and we just have everyone interact with AI because that will lower our cost dramatically. That's going to be a good win for us, and who cares whether that's valuable or not for the customer. And we saw them having to walk that back very, very quickly. And if you're on the wrong side of that trade, you are becoming an archaic business. You will be disrupted. Even if you're building AI into your business, you are going down a dead end. You're going down the wrong path, and it's leaving a bad taste in your customers' mouths. When I say becoming archaic, I think there's two types of businesses that are building AI. There's those that are completely focused on productivity. There's lower costs, lower headcount, and apply this in a selfish way. And there's those that are obsessed with becoming high-tech, high-touch businesses that can do personalization at scale. They realize what the true power and promise of AI actually is. It isn't to lower costs. It's to stop treating your customers like faceless masses. It's to understand that the world has evolved into a highly individualized society, and the businesses that can treat their customers like individuals in their marketing, in their sales, and their product delivery are going to be the clear winners when it comes to acquiring customers and retaining them. How different would your business look if you never ever lost a customer again? Let's have a look at what this archaic business kind of looks like. Is you have a static web page that everyone sees the exact same web page, no matter the kind of problem they have and the kind of customer they are. You have one email that you write and you send out to 10,000 people on your CRM, hoping 1 to 2% of them resonate with what you are saying and click through to your funnel and ultimately buy. You have the same product brochures that you send out after a sales call. Your product delivery looks exactly the same. And sure, some of you might be saying, but we do mail merge. We gather data from our CRM and we do light personalization. That isn't going to be good enough in the world of AI. We need to become high-tech, high-touch businesses that can do personalization at scale, treat people like an individual, and have all of our assets within our business completely reactive to the customer's needs and personality type, biggest problems, and information that we have around them. This sounds like a mind-boggling feat. How the hell are we going to have a website that reacts to the visitor's needs, or highly individualized emails without employing an army of content and copywriters? It is the context that you gather about your customers that is the key to doing this. The true playbook in the world of AI isn't to be more efficient, it's to be more personalized. And that is going to require you to do great gathering of unstructured data, of contextualized insights about your customers so that you can change your assets based on the viewer's needs. If you want to become this high-tech, high-touch business, if you want to become the true winner of this disruption, the better context you engineer around your customer, the more personalization you can do when it comes to interacting with your customers each and every time. And I'm not talking about really terrible customization you see when you get those DMs where it says, hey, Lee, I see you run a software agency and you have a pulse and I think it's really good and let's work together. That's the terrible kind of personalization that doesn't work. I'm talking about a one-to-one letter that you have penned with the use of AI, with the insights and context you have, that deeply resonates with their pain points. If we understand that context is the thing we should be engineering, the game of your business and the game of your marketing and sales becomes completely flipped on its head. It's not about gathering emails and first names. It is about creating fun and engaging ways for people to divulge deep, unstructured, qualitative information about themselves. It's not giving them a form where they have 4 options to click. It is giving them a way to tell you about their deepest problems so that you can store those insights alongside the facts that you have about them inside your CRM, and you can build agentic pipelines that combine those two things to create remarkable assets at every single interaction point. There's no longer a point of having a standard nurture sequence. Everyone's nurture sequence should be customized to them, their pain points, and their curiosity. And businesses that aren't doing this are going to be massively out-competed. I want to give you an example of this because I think it's actually quite hard for most business owners right now to comprehend what this looks like and how you execute on it. They like the promise of it. Oh, we can treat customers as individuals. That sounds great, but how do I do it? So we're working with a business that drives adult learners, career switchers into the arms of the universities that they partner with. The game really is to put information out there about switching a career, getting a new degree, and the doors that might unlock for you, getting them on a call with an advisor, and then signing them up, getting them a prospectus out, signing them up to a course, and getting them through to completion. And that works okay, right? That is a perfectly viable business today. They make millions of pounds in revenue. They have scaled rapidly. It's not that you can't be successful doing this, but as customer expectations rise because they're interacting with more and more businesses that are being high tech, high touch, that are doing personalization at scale, it's going to look more and more archaic. And I pointed this out to them and I said, your prospectuses suck. You've printed thousands of them and you have no one person in mind when you made that prospectus. They are all exactly the same, smattering of your courses that are broad enough that you think it will tickle someone's fancy and they'll move forward with it. Your prospectuses should be one-to-one, a completely unique asset that off the back of the conversation with the advisor contains only the courses that are relevant for the career choices that learner is considering. That's kind of a mind-boggling thing to think of, but these assets should be adaptive to the user's needs, to your customers' pain points and wants. And they ask me, okay, how do we do this? Well, we need a few key pieces of infrastructure in place in order to do it. We're going to need agentic pipelines with RAG capabilities, retrieval augmented generation. That is giving it access to a vast body of knowledge. It can pull the relevant knowledge into its pipeline and use that context to create great output on the back of it. We do that with tools like vector databases, this place, this 3D space that we can store information and search for it, the relevant information, and it supercharges our agents. If you're not building vector databases into your business right now, you are going to be really behind on this infrastructure surge that we're seeing. So in order to help them, we build the vector database, we understand every course that they offer and who that course is for, what it's going to learn, what career doors it might open for people. Okay. And we create a sales transcript on the call with that student who's looking for those options. The advisor stops trying to sell so hard and they must become very, very consultative. Their job is to ask world-class questions, to allow the prospect to speak, to divulge that information, which is, if you've read the book Socratic Selling, is just an incredible sales method. Whoever's asking the questions in a sales call has all of the power. So it's just gathering this qualitative information is also improving their sales force as a byproduct. Once we have that transcript, we insert it into the agent and we get the agent to then go into the vector database of all the courses that they have access to based on that customer's script and what they've divulged to that advisor, and pull back the relevant courses, and then we've templated a prospectus, and templates are going to be something key in the world of AI. We want your templated output, so we don't have this crazy output from the AI where sometimes we get a world-class prospectus, sometimes we get an absolutely terrible one. We want humans to do the work to create 60 to 70% of the template that we are happy with, that is set in stone, and it reduces the risk of hallucinations. And then we get that AI to insert those courses that it has found into the PDF, into the web page, whatever that format that prospectus is now going to take. That prospectus is now a instance of a template. It is completely customized to that customer's needs and what they divulge. And when they get that, they feel special. They feel like they've been seen and they've been heard. And they get a huge uplift in the conversion rate of that, because it doesn't require on just making the numbers work. It's actually trying to maximize the potential of every shot you have in your business. And that is a weird effect to unlock in your business, where you're no longer trying to just spray and pray marketing and sales efforts everywhere. You are trying to maximize your opportunity with every interaction by treating that customer as an individual. And if you think back to the start of your business, when you've got everything going and you were desperate for that opportunity, you did everything in your power to customize the proposal, customize the sales letter, all of that stuff, because you knew it gave you a better shot. And as you started to scale, you had to make this choice between being high touch or high tech, scalable being high tech, or high touch being, the white glove service where you're intentionally staying small. The power and promise of AI is it allows you to be high tech and high touch. It allows you to do personalization at scale. And if you lean into this non-selfish way of applying AI, you will create remarkable product experiences for your customers that will make people refer your business. You'll have happier, stickier customers. You'll be very hard to compete with in the market. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hopefully you found that useful. If you did, YouTube thinks you will like these videos next.